This isn't supposed to happen. This feels not good.
That's mighty unusual.
Hello friends, Bones of Halloween Central here with a video game review. Since this game is about a zombie hero attacking a town full of stupid humans, Joseph thought this would be my kind of game. Let's see if he was right with a review of Stubbs the Zombie, Rebel Without a Pulse, for the Nintendo Switch. This game is set in the fictional town of Punchbowl, a town that's still in the 1950s like the rest of the world in this game. But unlike the rest of the world, they're 100 years ahead in their technology. So it's the fashion and culture of the 1950s, but with the hover cars, robot helpers, and other machines we'll likely see in the 2050s. It's kind of like Rapture, but on land. Advertised as an advanced utopia funded by multi-billionaire Andrew Munday. It's a peaceful town until Stubbs rises from his grave and attacks a dumb jock. Now it's Stubbs' goal to turn Punchbowl into a zombie town and find a sweetheart of his own. You find out later that Stubbs is actually motivated by revenge, but I won't spoil that here. It is a more interesting story than you might expect from this type of wacky horror comedy, and playing as a zombie is a nice change from your typical zombie game. Stubbs the Zombie originally came out in 2005 on the original Xbox, and as you can tell, this is a 15-year-old game from its visuals. Because this isn't a remake or a remaster, more like an upscaled port with a smoother frame rate and cleaned up lighting. So it still has that 6th gen blockiness, muddy textures, and awkward animation, but it gives it a certain retro charm that blends with the horror comedy theme. It is good that the game has locations that actually look different, like the farm or secret lab, as it avoids the game feeling stale. The sound is a great contributor to the feel of the game in its music and voice acting. The music is made of tracks that sound like satirical remixes of music from the 50s and 60s, especially the menu theme that sounds similar to the Munsters theme and the 2021 chart topper that also satirizes classic TV.
Up everything. It's been Agatha all along.
But the voice actors add great cartoony fun to the game, similarly to the Timesplitters games, with all the enemies and main villains going over the top with everything as stereotypes of the jobs each of them holds. The scientists sound extra nerdy, the rednecks all sound like Cletus from The Simpsons, even the civilians look and sound like they just walked off from a live performance of Grease. The funniest lines they all have are when you eat them.
Over there!
Oh there! Oh God! Oh.
To use the powder room! Teeth! In my pretty skull!
It's chewing my brain!
So as you can see, instead of being a human fighting zombies, you're playing as a zombie. You find a human, attack them so you can eat their brains, and this creates more zombies that follow your commands. Growing your own zombie horde makes it easier to fight the different armed enemies that you'll encounter, from riot cops and crowbar-wielding greasers to rednecks with shotguns and scientists with lasers. The strengths and weaknesses of the guns do affect how you approach each enemy, but luckily Stubbs has unique abilities that make him deadlier than any normal zombie. You can rip out your appendix that explodes, you can bowl your own head that explodes, you can even trigger your own very mature rear end explosion.
Zombie right there!
What the fuck?
I didn't realize zombies were so gassy. But the most useful ability is throwing your arm that can move like Thing until you find some poor sucker to possess. This move is very strategic, as sometimes you use it to hit a switch that Stubbs can't reach, or most of the time you use it to gun down armed enemies to make your job easier. It's a way for you to use these different guns and clear out pesky humans hiding in high up positions that you can't walk to. Boy, if real zombies could do what Stubbs could do, humans would have a much harder time preventing an undead apocalypse. Because Stubbs automatically regrows the body parts he throws at people, he can use these special abilities again once he's regained enough energy from eating brains. It's a very fitting aspect in a zombie game that eating people gives the zombie more energy for special powers and health. So your foes are also your med packs, even though this game has slow regenerative health. But the strategy of eating people isn't just in recovering energy and health, it's also part of how you grow and use your zombie horde. Having a lot of zombies charge after humans for you is a big help in a number of ways. Sometimes they're able to overpower a human on their own, and other times they're at least useful in drawing fire away from you so that instead of swiping at a foe, you can walk up behind them while they're distracted and give them a full Nelson munch. You want to be actively growing your zombie army with fresh meat since the zombies aren't as fast, as strong, or as smart as Stubbs. Pretty frequently they're so dumb that you'll have to whistle at them to get them to follow you or push them towards where you want them to go. It's a bit annoying to work with zombies that are inconsistent in their intelligence. Sometimes they need to be led directly, while other times they know how to use themselves as electricity conductors. Well, thankfully we have the ability to whistle and shove, and you'll want their help for what few boss fights are in the game. Now, somehow Stubbs knows how to drive. It's a zombie game, don't question the realism. But driving the different vehicles is actually pretty fun and useful. The tractor is especially useful for getting one-hit kills on those big chainsaw guys that can normally take a lot of damage. They could have worked on its controls being less wonky though. My favorite one-hit kill move though is ripping off someone's arm, then smacking other guys with it. It's effective and hilarious. Once you complete each level, you can replay it whenever you want, which is great. What's also great is the game has a 2-player co-op mode. It is fun to play through the missions with a friend, so you can both have fun eating stupid humans. But I can't help but wish there was a competitive 4-player split-screen mode where you could shoot each other as the humans. Having this additional mode could have been fun with the different guns in the game. It's a missed opportunity, but 2-player co-op is still fun. Even with some unfulfilled potential and the dated visuals, I had a lot of fun with this game. It's available on the eShop for $20, which is the perfect price for this now on-the-go game. It's a game tailor-made for horror comedy fans and zombie fans who like the aesthetic of the 50s. Thank you, Bones, for reviewing this game. Was it right about you having fun with it? You got lucky this time. Good enough. Hope you all enjoyed this review. If you liked it, check out my previous reviews of House of the Dead Overkill for the Wii and Ghostbusters the video game remastered for the Nintendo Switch. See you all next time. Goodbye, friends!
Alright, no more kid gloves.